I'm Charlie Haynes. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I think it's incredibly exciting, especially given the fact that when I was 12 years old, this was my very first job as an usher here at the State Fair Music Hall. And I've been coming off and on through the years. This year I'm a season ticket holder, but I love being here. I love being a part of it, and I think it's incredibly exciting that it's 100 years that this place that was my very first job is still here. My family had been season ticket holders for the musicals. I had two brothers that could care less, and I was with my mother and dad for every show. And when I got old enough, I found out you could become an usher, and I'm like, wow, I got to see all the shows. So when I was 12, I was hired as an usher. And when the show was going on, after we'd gotten all the people seated, a lot of the 12 and 13-year-old boys would go out in the parking lot and smoke and do all that stuff that young boys do. But not me. I was in the back row of the theater watching every show and learning the lines. It happened to be Camelot was my first show. And I was just saying, oh my God, I've seen it so many times. If somebody breaks a leg, I can get up there and perform. I can be Guinevere if you have to have me do that. So I loved it. That was my first real job, and I did it for, I think, 2 years. It's hard to remember that far back, but I do remember the first show was Camelot and some of the other shows that came through. And so it's just fun to be here this many years later and still be a part of it. I'm not ushering, but I'm sitting in a seat, probably still memorizing the lines as the shows goes on. So anyhow, it's an honor to be here. So I met a lot of them. John Davidson, Carol Burnett, Ann Miller, Milton Berle, Shirley Jones. I'm dating myself because a lot of these people are not living anymore. Ginger Rogers. That was one of the first seasons that I saw. She was in a show called Tavarich, and I saw her. Farley Granger, Sandy Duncan. What's interesting is when we were season ticket holders, Sandy Duncan was in the chorus. They had singers and dancers, different choruses for different numbers. Well, she kind of did both, and she was from Tyler, Texas. And she started playing little roles like in Bye Bye Birdie. She played the daughter. In Sound of Music, she played the oldest daughter. And so I remember seeing Sandy Duncan when she was a young teenager or college student, I guess, here at the music hall. And then I saw her many years later on Broadway and Peter Pan and all of the other things. So that was kind of fun to watch somebody's career from the back of the theater, and then I'm on Broadway in a theater watching her perform. And I thought, I knew her when. I didn't know her, but I saw her.